Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Cancer, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to you to solicit for private readings. I do offer private readings if you're interested in that. The information and the links to sign up for one or to make a donation are found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. So, Cancer, we're going to be doing your reading today using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck and the Divine Animals Oracle. So, felt really strongly guided to talk about animals today for your reading. For this series of readings, it's just I've been connecting a lot with animals lately, and this is almost as if Spirit wants to speak to all of you through animals, animal interactions, the symbolism of animals. And for your reading today, I have this beautiful Lodolite quartz on my desk for amplification and grounding. So, Cancer, let's see the overall energy from the Animal Oracle. Okay. Well, you got the beaver. I mean, this is a epic beaver if I ever saw one. He's just surrounded by a swath of light and flames. He's larger than life. There's a little castle down at the bottom, but the word is work. 27, which reduces to a 9, which is the Hermit card. So, okay. Right off the bat, Spirit is perhaps proposing that Cancer, I'm a Cancer. This is why I'm just like, okay. Cancer, maybe you need to get out more. Cancer, are you working too hard? That's a classic Cancer move, isn't it? Little bit of working too hard, little bit of workaholism. Diligently, because we don't know how not to, right? We don't like to let ourselves down. We don't like to let other people down. And so you're gonna stay till the work is done. But it's almost as if, what do you hope to gain by trying to conquer something? I mean, it almost looks like this beaver, like just the sheer scale of it in comparison to the landscape. It's like this beaver is looking for world domination, and I mean, maybe that's what you're looking for. But in that effort, and the fact that it reduces, the 27 reduces to a 9, reduces to the Hermit card, it's kind of like saying that, are you sacrificing other parts of your life in order to achieve that aim? And no offense to beavers, but like at the end of the day, that dude is still a beaver. Like, he doesn't, world domination doesn't change him into something else. He's still a beaver. So, let's see. 4 cards for the base spread. 4 cards for clarifier. I will pull more if I need to pull more. Well, we're off to a pretty awesome start. Oh, okay. All right, all your cards are out. In the past position, you got the Ace of Wands. This is such a gorgeous deck. It's so, it's very illustrative, but it's very powerful at the same time. This is clarified by the Empress card. My favorite card in the deck, the Empress card. In your past position, there could have been, looking back on it, there could have been a spectacular new opportunity for you. something that you manifested, something that you knew you had the qualifications for, and wanted to bring in for yourself. And this could be, I'm reading it as a job opportunity because I get because of the work of the beaver card, but take it as it resonates. It could have been, a relocation to a new city, a new relationship, an amazing new friend group. The words Bible study just popped into my head. And, maybe you found some passionate new beginning in your Bible study group. I don't know. I have never been to a Bible study, so I don't know where that came from, but we're going with it. Take it as it resonates. This is gorgeous energy in your past. And it's almost as if you're saying to yourself, well, you know what? I manifested this. I brought this towards me, and now I have to make good on it. I have to do something with it. I have to make sure that I take care of it, that I cultivate it, that it's something that, okay, Judgment card in reverse to clarify that. You made a decision about something. Judgment card is answering your life's purpose path. So, with the card in reverse, it's almost like saying to me, okay, yes, you brought something really beautiful in with Spirit, Ace of Wands. You may have attracted it towards you, as the Empress in the Major Arcana is the great receiver, the great divine feminine, who has the power of all 4 queens in the Major Arcana. But with the Judgment card here, it's curious because right now it tells me that maybe this is not your life's path. It's a beautiful thing. You're doing exceedingly well, but remember when I said at the end of the day, my dude is still a beaver. Like, there's nothing wrong with beavers. Beavers are very industrious. But, okay, beavers are constantly building fortifications and dams to hold back something. So Spirit is kind of leading me on to say, have you been holding yourself back from what is truly your life's purpose path? Well, what does that have to do with Spirit? Here's the 4 of Cups. This rat, the rat race is what I just heard. You're doing really well in the rat race, but you're so preoccupied with it that maybe in the past, this is the past energy, you felt like you needed a change of pace. And the four of Cups, normally there's a gesture or an offering from Spirit, much like the Ace of Wands, but it's the Ace of Cups that you can't see or that you weren't able to see at the time. But in your present energy, you have the Magician. So you learned from that experience. You said, okay, if I continue on this path of growth, I'm going to continue to get larger and larger and larger, but I'm going to stay the same entity, the same animal, I'm the same animal. I'm the workaholic. I really don't mean to put this beaver down because he's so cute. Like, he's legit. The beaver has its place. The beaver creates ecosystems, right? It helps to create ecosystems by the job that it does when it is shoring up a dam. Like, I'm not, hating on the beaver. At the same time, I'm feeling compelled to say that you wanted something more. And so now you're really, truly harnessing I see this, the after effects of this. See that, these rays of power, of energy. It's almost like I see the after effects of that. And when it's dispersing out, it's coming in the form of the master manifester, the magician energy, the major arcana number 1, represented here by, I think, a leopard or cheetah. Not sure. I'm a bad cat mom. I don't know the difference. I want to say, well, so now I'm feeling insecure. It's either a leopard or a cheetah. Jaguar? I'm not sure. Powerful energy, right? The magician, the cat always looks before it leaps, right? So it's still very careful, but firmly planted on that pentacle, like feet firmly on the ground. Pentacles represent earth energy. Understanding, this is mine. These are mine. I may have attracted this towards me, and I'm grateful. Thank you, Spirit. But I'm manifesting something new now. I'm creating something new out of all the resources that I have at my disposal. Right? But then the Justice card is here. Also represented by cats. Kind of dark and light, yin and yang energy. Justice card is Libra in the major arcana number 8. Representing a balance, a karmic balance. Could represent legal matters, contracts. Right? So there may be something here right now with your manifestation in the present moment that's not quite panning out the way that you hoped, or maybe it simply isn't your time yet. That we first must manifest, right? And then allow the universe to bring it into us. But there could be some, you know, again, if we're looking at the work card, now that you're manifesting something, you have to take steps towards it, right? So putting in a little bit of the work, these could represent a little hiccup. They're hiccups. They're little trials here and there. Why is the okay, I asked why was the Justice card in reverse. I got the 5 of Pentacles in the upright. 5s are difficult energy. 5s are in between energy. It's a kind of a holding pattern in numerology, numerologically speaking, with regards to the tarot. It's talking about feeling forlorn, feeling left out, maybe a little FOMO, fear of missing out, right? That somehow there was an attempt at growth here, but maybe it fell flat, or you feel like because you've started this brand new manifestation, it's like you've fallen behind. Whoa. Spirit, they're ringing my left ear. Like, it was almost like, it's like swooped right in. Like, I hit the nail on the head, like my crown is tingling. That was really intense, Spirit. Got it. What I was about to say was, you haven't fallen behind. You're exactly where you need to be. This is your perception, right? Like it's like the rain is coming down, and it's almost like wilting your progress and your growth. But the rain is here to allow you to understand, you know, good things take time. Wow, Spirit, you know, when it happens, I would love to say that Spirit rings my ear all the time, but they really don't. So it's very special. It was kind of intense. That was really intense. But it just really, they really wanted me to hone in on the fact that you just feel like you could be like you're too old, or you don't have the intelligence, which I'm just going to say, not spirit, me saying that's ridiculous. But I heard somebody say, like, I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. No, you do. You know that you do. There's so many, if you're thinking that like you need to take a class or something, that YouTube is a fantastic resource. Now, there's a lot of crap on YouTube, but there's a lot of good stuff too. I mean, a lot of how I learned how to read tarot, I learned from my tarot teachers on YouTube. Right? I learned what the cards meant, but then I studied who I consider to be masters of their craft, so that I could practice and I could find my own way. And so if there's something now that you want to learn, and you may not have the money to take a classes, school can be expensive, you can still start the process and pique your curiosity by watching a video on YouTube about it. If you're trying to learn how to bake a pie, make a pie crust. I don't know where that came from, but you've never baked a pie before and you want to bake a pie. I can guarantee you will never run out of videos on YouTube on how to bake a pie. You don't need to go to cooking school to do it. That would be nice. Going to school gives you certain credentials, but you're the empress, right? Remember? You're this beautiful, abundant, life-giving tree. You don't need to spend a lot of money to enhance your knowledge in a certain area of interest. Is there anything you want to say about this Five of Pentacles before I move on, Spirit? Anything else? You got the Eight of Swords. You're overthinking. You are this chrysalis, this burgeoning butterfly. You're just like, you're so there. You're so there. And the Eight of Swords talks about analysis paralysis, overthinking, anxiety. I've had a lot of anxiety lately too, I understand. It's almost like safe in my little cocoon. If you're going to use this work energy, then use it to invest in the things that you love. Don't just invest it in a company where other people's interests. Invest in your own growth, in your own passions. Because when you invest in your own passions, it just enhances everything else in your life. Right? You become a happier person. We all have a day job, right? I have a day job, and just being able to do something that I love allows me to, be in a better place in other aspects of my life, including my day job. Because I have something that's my own, right? So that's what they're asking you to do right now. Like, don't feel like you need to cocoon yourself away or hide your talents, hide your gifts, skills, and abilities. You don't need to hide. Or worry that you're not good enough. So, in your future potential energy, you got the Six of Cups in the reverse. This is the Six of Cups in the upright. You're turning your back on the past. Six of Cups talks about nostalgia, what used to give us a lot of joy, and thinking back to the good old days and when we were young and innocent and things were, if you were lucky, things seemed free. But what's so beautiful about this rendering of the Six of Cups, even in the upright, it seems kind of like, okay, that's a nice tree. But in the reverse, there's so much more dynamic energy. It's almost as if allowing the past to stay in the past will allow you to kind of formulate a new version of yourself that isn't defined by what used to be. Because it's clarified here by the Five of Wands. Another 5, that's 2 5s. Five of Wands talks about kind of this inner battle with yourself. Chaos and conflict and strife. Somewhat similar to this card, even though they're different elements. Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I go here? Maybe I should do this. I don't know. It's like a lot of, or maybe starting a lot of projects and not finishing them. Do you start a lot of projects that you don't finish? Maybe it's important, but that not for work though, not for like your day job. Your day job you finish because somebody's paying you to do it. But when it's for your own growth, watching that video on YouTube on how to bake a pie. Did you go out and buy the ingredients? Did you set aside time to make the dough, the crust? Did you figure out how to peel the apples? That kind of thing. Now I want to make a pie. But you had the ideas. Did you follow through? Or were you debating it? I'm going to pull another card. This is future energy, actually. Are you debating it? Death card in reverse. That's Scorpio energy. And the Seven of Wands in reverse. So in your future energy, you will let your guard down, right? It's interesting. I always think these cards are so interesting because it's a flame here, but there's all these like twigs for kindling. It's kind of like step any closer and we'll just light everything on fire. It's a delicate balance. So the Seven of Wands typically would talk about, lighting the path forward and defending what you've garnered. But in the reverse, it's got a little bit of like, let's let our guard down a little bit and see what no longer serves us, right? In your future tense, you're kind of still in this, the near future. You haven't closed out a cycle yet. Otherwise, this card would have been in the upright. Major Arcana number 13. So strange because today I saw, for the first time, I think ever, I saw 2 vultures picking away at, they're carrion birds. They're picking away at the remnants of something. It's almost like Spirit is saying, you've exhausted whatever this was, right, in your past energy. You've exhausted it. I'm using the word exploit just to emphasize. It's not like you're exploiting somebody, at least I don't read that, but just to overemphasize the act. You've exploited and exhausted this as far as it will go. It's time to let it go now. Your advice from Spirit. The Six of Swords in the reverse. The swords down here. It's in the reverse. And the Son of Swords. Lots of swords energy for a water sign. You may have air placements. So Spirit's advice is, we may be moving away from the past, but we don't have to forget where we came from. Does that make sense? Six of Swords is a card of moving from choppy waters to calm waters, moving from something that no longer serves us into greener pastures. But this card is in reverse for you, so it's kind of like saying, reflect on all that you have learned in order to pique this curiosity and movement forward. The Son of Swords is the Knight of Swords. The Knights always bring messages. And in the Suit of Swords, it's always information, data, facts, vital pieces of information that you need to move in a certain direction. What does this have to do with, Spirit? Look at this. The Fool energy. You taking your next great leap of faith. Because honestly, ouch. I see you in the past, you did take a bold step. And Spirit wants to kind of commend you for that. You grabbed hold of what they were dishing out. You grabbed hold of it. And you took it far, right? But now it's almost like whatever this Knight is bringing in, this piece that's like it's like a golden nugget of information. You're gonna take it and run with it and jump off that branch and fly. The Fool card starts the major arcana of the tarot. The tarot is all about the Fool's journey, taking the great leap of faith, having trust in Spirit that you may not see the entire path ahead of you, but you're going to just have faith, and you're just going to say, you know what? I believe in myself. I am the master manifester, right? 0, 1. Right? Okay, Spirit just said to me, you can't get to the 1 before you have the 0, right? You have to believe to receive. You have to believe it first. You have to believe that you can have whatever it is that you desire to be able to manifest and receive it. So essentially, you got 0, 1, and 3. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. So I think you're doing a pretty good job, Cancer, especially because I see the Empress and the Ace of Wands in the past energy. It's like you knew what to do with it. You knew what to do with it, but it was like think of it as a stepping stone. Because the energy that you're going to be shifting into is an even greater power, because Spirit's here to help us, but we're here to have the earth experience. We're in the earth school. So we have to be the students. We have to be the ones to learn the lesson. Spirit can't do everything for us. That's not like the contract that we had when we came to be a human. It's to have a human experience. So if you're gonna be a human, it's like be the best human you can be, right? If you're gonna be a beaver, be the best beaver you can be. But the takeaway, so I started really doing this at the end of some of my readings. It's like, what's the big takeaway right now? It's probably this one, because this is when Spirit rang my ear. The takeaway is to not feel that you are lagging behind. This is perception. It's your perception that you're not exactly where you need to be, or that you're not doing enough, or, you know, that you could be so much better. You're working hard. Continue to work hard, but invest in yourself first and foremost. So that's your reading. So glad Spirit showed up in that kind of way for you. It's pretty outstanding. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below if this resonated. Hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Cancer.